It's a balmy day in Winnipeg, Manitoba by certain standards. Only minus 20 degrees today. Final in Beijing, China. Now 2 Canadian teenagers have a chance in the women's competition. From Beijing and the competition, here are Chris Cuthbert, Paul Martini, and Barb Underhill.
Scott, China has become a hotbed in the skating world. Today, women in pairs take center stage at the Grand Prix final. It is a main stage for the skating elite, where Irina Slutskaya of Russia hopes to demonstrate that she's come back to world championship form. Where a rising Canadian star, Joannie Rochette, can test her international credentials after her inaugural Grand Prix victory. It is a homecoming venue for Shu Shen and Hongbo Zhao, dethroned world champions, anxious to reaffirm their #1 ranking. They'll be challenged by Russia's Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov at their highest level since winning a global title 5 years ago. Welcome back to CBC Sports' second week of coverage of the Grand Prix finals from the Beijing Gymnasium in China. Hi everybody, Chris Cuthbert along with Barb Underhill and Paul Martini. A week ago we saw Jeffrey Buttle win a silver medal in the men's event. Today our focus turns to the pairs and the women's competitions. And Barb, in the pairs event, no Canadian entry, and clearly it's home ice advantage for the Chinese.
And it's a China-Russia battle here. From a Chinese perspective, they have 3 teams entered. There's no doubt in my mind that Shu Shen and Hongbo Zhao will be the leaders. They're clearly the most dominant team right now in the world. I think the real question will be how many Chinese teams will end up on the podium here. The biggest challenge will come from Russians Petrova and Tikhonov, who have had a great season to date, and of course the world champions Topmenina and Marinin are out due to an injury suffered earlier in the season. However, we'll see them again at the Europeans.
And in the women's competition, what a year for the Canadians. Cynthia Phaneuf, a winner, so is Joannie Rochette. And they're in tough here because they're up against 2 women who have won the World Championship and a World Junior Champion as well.
This is almost a preview of what could be the final flight at the World Championships. And for the 2 Canadian entries, it really is a test to them because this is the first time they'll skate against in the same warm-up with the top skaters in the world. If there's a comeback story of the year in the sport of figure skating, it has to be Irina Slutskaya. Who would have guessed, as we watched her struggle at the World Championships last March, that she would come back with such courage, determination, and she's really taken her skating to a new level. I think she's the skater to beat here. But what kind of pressure does that put on the current world champion, Arakawa of Japan? So there are many things at play here in this competition. I think it sets up for some very exciting women's skating.
Let's get to the skating action, and we begin with the women's short program. And as a point of reference, here are the top scores registered this year in the short program. The world champion with the best score on her home ice in Japan, and Cynthia Phaneuf with the best score among Canadians in the short program at Skate Canada. But Joannie Rochette will be first to skate. She won her first Grand Prix medal, a bronze on this ice back in November, and then went on to win her first event in France. So it has been a dream season so far for Rochette. She really wasn't expecting to be at this Grand Prix final.
I'm sure nerves will play a factor here as she skates in this Grand Prix final for the very first time.
But certainly all of these surprises in terms of new rink, new environment, new hotel. She's been here before, so that would not really be playing into her equation right now.
Opening double axel. Big combination here, triple Lutz, double toe loop.
speed into her connecting steps, into her final jump element, triple flip.
A little tight on the landing there.
You have to wonder if the free leg touched down on that landing.
Joannie's choreographer, David Wilson, has given her programs this year that are just so challenging, and I'm just so impressed the way she's been able to make these programs come alive and as well be able to complete all the technical elements as well.
She will turn 19 next week, and a Canadian star on the rise. Joannie Rochette, now training in Brossard.
If there's one aspect of her skating which has come so far and has been so impressive this season, there's the triple flip, and I do think she two-footed on that landing, is her consistency. We watched her this year, and she's just been so consistent, skate in, skate out, and that's the type of performer who makes a lasting impact.
I see a toughness now that she has. She steps on the ice and she knows that she deserves to be there, and she lays it down, and that's why we're seeing great results this season.
Changed coaches in midstream now with Jose Normand and Sebastian Britton. 55.68 her short program score. She actually struggled in China with her short program at the Grand Prix event, where she scored less than 50, so an improvement here at 55.68, but a much tougher competition level at this event. We'll check in with the other Canadian, Cynthia Phaneuf, when we return. Cynthia Phaneuf, the Canadian champion, getting set to make her Grand Prix final debut. First, let's check in with James Cowling.
Hi, I'm here with Joannie Rochette, currently ranked 8th in the world, and it's her first Grand Prix final. First of all, Joannie, tell me, how do you feel about your program?
It felt great because I was very nervous before it, and I was just a little bit mad about the mistake on the flip because usually it's my best jump. But I was very happy I could still do a good job even if I was not feeling so great tonight.
Hey, your first Grand Prix final, how do you feel about being here?
Oh my God, excited. I never expected to be here this year. And it's a great experience heading to nationals and a great competition, and I'm very excited to be part of it.
Now it's time for the Canadian champion, Cynthia Phaneuf, who will turn 17 in 8 days. She won the short program en route to the Skate Canada title and was second at Skate America to garner enough points to make this her Grand Prix final debut. But unlike Rochette, she has not competed at a world championship, so this is a whole new level of field that she is facing here.
You know, Joannie mentioned just in the interview there that she never expected to be here. I'm sure the same must be true for Cynthia.
Very aggressive open to the program. She'll start with her jump combination.
No, you can see she reaches for the ice in the middle of the jump, and that just tells you she's not confident with that jump.
connecting steps into her triple flip.
And no, she's not comfortable at all.
Both jumps have had the same issue, and that is her right side is collapsing.
Beautiful layback spin.
Spiral sequence is one of the 8 required elements of the women in the short program. Final jump, double axel.
You have to imagine what this would feel like for her, not even ever having competed at the World Championships. She arrives at the Grand Prix final, skating with the best skaters in the world. She has everything to make it to the top of the world in skating. However, she just needs some more experience at this level.
Well, it certainly would have been an intimidating environment, and combined with the fact that she came out very early this year. She did Skate Canada and Skate America back-to-back, which are the first 2 events on the schedule way back in October, early November. And so it's been a while since she's been under the bright lights, so to speak, and you combine all of that, and maybe that was one of the big contributing factors to her difficulties here today. But you see on the landing of that triple Lutz attempt, the right side is collapsed, and it happens on all 3 jumps.
And I think that's a confidence issue, and I just hope that she'll be able to get that confidence back in time to go after that, to defend her title at the Canadian Championships, which is coming up very soon. I think the rivalry between her and Joannie is going to be a great one. It's going to help both of them to reach their potential.
Clearly that skate not representative of what she is capable of and how she's impressed so many over the past 2 seasons. 42.96. That's 15 points less than her score in the short program at Skate Canada. So Cynthia Phaneuf disappointed with her initial skate in the Grand Prix final. And from a young Canadian who has yet to reach the World Championship stage to the defending world title holder and 2-time Japanese champion Shizuka Arakawa. She posted the best short program mark of the season in winning the Grand Prix of Japan and was also second at the Grand Prix of Russia.
Already you can see the speed of her skating that sets her apart from most of the field, opening with the triple Lutz double loop combination. Triple flip jump is also very good. wonderful entrance into that double axel. She steps into it right off of the spread eagle.
And a gorgeous position in her layback spin. She has grown so much as a skater and as a performer since she went to skate and be coached by Tatiana Tarasova. In the past, she would skate with her eyes down, and now you can see she reaches out. She skates with so much more passion.
Virtually cast aside by the Japanese Federation a few years ago, and when many thought she'd retire, she won a world championship last year. Shizuka Arakawa.
Well, I think that program is going to be tough to beat, even for Irina Slutskaya. It was flawless. Here's a look at the triple Lutz combination, straight up into the double loop. There's a look at the triple flip, and there was a cheat on the end of it there. So she may not get full credit for that triple flip.
There is Tatiana Tarasova and two-time Olympic gold medalist Evgeny Platov, who also works with her. We mentioned she had the best short program score of the year, 64.2 in Japan, so just a shade off that here. Another terrific performance in the short program. So Arakawa, the world champion, will certainly be in contention here. She is currently the leader. Irina Slutskaya is still to skate, but right now let's go backstage and check in with the Canadian champion.
I don't know, I was unable to focus on myself, and I was too stressed, and that's happened, but I'm gonna try to find out what happened, and I'm gonna be ready for tomorrow.
Now, it's your first Grand Prix final, your first year of seniors. Tell me, you must be very excited about being here.
Yeah, in my thought I was not like stressed, because I have nothing to lose, but I don't know why I was that nervous.
Now listen, you have grown a lot in the past few months. How difficult has it been to get your jumps back?
It was very difficult this summer, but my jumps were more consistent than it was at the Senior Grand Prix, and so it was pretty good, but this summer I trained a lot to come back with my jump.
Mother was ill, still awaiting a transplant, and then 9th at the World Championship last year. Really the only event she took part in because of vasculitis, an illness that she suffered through, but clearly she is indicating that she is back this year. She has been outstanding in her return, and we watched her post a victory at the Grand Prix of Russia last month.
Chris, after everything that she's been through, she looks better than ever in her skating. Clearly the experience that she's been through has helped her to get to this point and to be stronger. Irina is taking advantage of the new rule in skating that says that women can wear long pants now.
Excellent speed, opening combination, triple Lutz, double toe. she's carried more speed through that combination in previous competitions this year.
Watch the height she gets on this triple flip. Pop, and yes, so secure on the landings. On her face, the joy is back in her skating, and I think being off for a full year and at the point where she didn't know if she would ever skate again, I think just being back on the ice has given her a newfound freedom and love for the sport, and it really comes across. Position in her spiral sequence. And again, another Bielmann spin, and I have to say it's a little bit of overuse there on that position.
One of those little quirks of the new scoring system in that she garners more points when she gets into that position. So if it's one that works, you work with it as much as you possibly can.
And making more than just a fashion statement here on an ice surface where she's already won this season at the Grand Prix of China.
Barbie commented on how she is skating, and as we watch and replay this opening combination, triple Lutz, double toe, a little tight there on the landing of the Lutz, which killed some speed and flow into the second jump, but the flip was spotless. Having been in a position where she maybe thought, I may never skate again, I'd be willing to bet she has a brand new approach to skating, and she's now skating because it's something that she can do, she excels at, and that puts a skater into almost a perfect space in terms of going out there and skating for the joy and the fun of it more than anything else.
And you know, I think for a while there, the joy had been taken away after the Olympics and losing the gold. I think she needed this in her skating career to really lift her up to a whole new level.
She's won every phase of each competition she's entered this year, and she has just won the short program here at the Grand Prix final. 65.46 does put her in the lead, 1.36 ahead of Arakawa. So this remarkable comeback continues as Slutskaya has the lead after the short program. Arakawa is second, Rochette is in third place, and Cynthia Phaneuf in sixth. Let's join the leader.
I'm here with former world champion Irina Slutskaya of Russia. You had a fantastic short program here. Tell me how you feel about it.
You know, I really like the China. I really like to compete here. It's second time I'm here, and second time I skated good. And I'm just like this atmosphere, and I feel so comfortable here, and I wish to skate well tomorrow.
Now, you were sick last year and injured this year. How close are you to being your best?
I'm close. Did you see? I beat all my results.
Yes, she is on form, and the pairs are on warm-up. Their short programs when we return to the Grand Prix final.